Maybe Scott Jensen has just taken the podium, so let's check in and see who we have.
Did we stop playing before the clock hit 000? Okay? No matter how many points we were down, we fought to the end. And, we see what's going on right now. One of the things that Scott and I have done, which I'm extremely proud of, is this entire campaign, is we have been laser focused on the issues that matter, on the issues that are actually on the ballot this election: inflation, crime, and education. And we have spent a lot of time in areas that Republicans have not gone to in a long while, that they gave up on, quite frankly, which are the same places that are disproportionately affected by these issues. In the urban areas, inflation hurts those residents more than those in the suburbs. Crime. We know we have a crime epidemic in our cities. Not just in our cities, in our entire state, but in our cities. And with education in the urban areas, our kids are trapped in schools that are not getting the job done. And so it is disappointing to see the numbers come in from Hennepin County, and those numbers to be pretty much identical to what they were in 2018, when things were actually better in our state with those three core issues. So I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. The media doesn't know what's going to happen, except for one thing. We're staying in this game. We're going to continue to fight. We're going to continue to fight until we can't fight no more, okay? Hang in there. We've come this far. I mean, are you going to go to a better party than this? No! I doubt it, all right? Stay here and let's see what happens.
You've heard me say many times that we are in the position we're in for such a time as this, and that hasn't changed one iota. For a moment, imagine if we hadn't collected our energy together. Imagine if we had said crime isn't a big deal, and that it's okay to have people say that police are a cancer and they should be dismantled and defunded, and there wasn't a voice that pushed against it. Imagine if we said that when you're in the face of inflation, it's okay to do things that will raise energy costs and make it more costly for refineries to get gas in our tanks. Imagine if we didn't have a voice saying that what we're doing to our kids is wrong. When we tell parents that they don't get to decide what vaccinations their kids get or don't get. Imagine if there wasn't a voice pushing back against it. Imagine if there wasn't a voice pushing back against our kids being told that what you do or what you accomplish isn't related to your effort, but instead it's related to the externals about you. But we haven't been willing to let Minnesota imagine such a thing, because that would be a travesty. So everybody in this room has come alongside of Matt Birk and Scott Jensen and our entire team and said, we're not going to imagine such a world, because we're going to demand that we help shape the conversation. And folks, we have done that. We have shaped the conversation for nearly 2 years. We have said inflation can be fought against. We have said education can be done so much better. We have said that crime is out of control, that when you don't even track carjackings prior to Tim Walz coming on board, and now we have 780 carjackings in 2021, we cannot imagine a countering voice not being present. That's what we together tonight are. We're a collective voice that has helped shape the conversation. But I will say this. The irony is deafening. The irony that where Matt and I spent so much time in the urban areas trying to elevate the message of what's happening, that when you do the things that were done, when you lock kids out of school, the groups that you're hurting the most are so often those who live in densely urban populations. We know what we stand for. We know that we have a moral compass that we share with you. Clearly, Hennepin County and Ramsey County numbers have been disappointed. But you see the numbers closing in slowly, and we don't know what's yet to come. But I want to just say this. Every one of you here has helped shape the conversation. And if it isn't for this time around, it may be the next time. But regardless, we cannot imagine not having that powerful voice that represents a movement. When the night is over, who knows? Perhaps the machine and the money and the control of the media might be enough one more time for the liberal Tim Walz. We don't know yet. We're not done yet. When Matt and I leave this stage, we're joining you. We're going to walk side by side with you. We're going to remember what we stand for. We still believe that the big issues should be discussed. We still believe that things like Social Security should not be double taxed, that you can talk about a personal income tax. You can talk about how do we get Minnesota to be the bright shining star of the North, the economic hub. That's what we're going to do. Someone asked me if I was going to say that this has been one of the most draining experiences of my life. Absolutely not. The last 2 years have been one of the most exhilarating times in my life. I have seen my family come close to me. I have had a chance to watch my wife demonstrate increasing skills across the board. She once thought that she was an introvert. She's not.